Well, you may think it's spring, and you might say it's spring.
We always get this little.
You might want to strangle that groundhog, but the sap's been running,
I hadn't heard.
and it's what is it, the 29th of March
Yep.
today?
Yep.
Already?
Yeah.
Things are strange because Easter was so early. I'm so confused. But then that's all right. I've been confused for a long time. You know where we are? Dragoon's Farm Equipment, Route 11 Mooers. How many times have we been here for their Customer Appreciation Days open house over the years? And look who's always standing next to me when I walk in the door. Sam
Yeah,
Trombley.
always good to see you. Always good to see you guys.
Always great to
Yeah.
see anybody at my age, Sammy.
I don't get around as much as I used to.
That's all saying. Don't get around much anymore.
anymore.
What's new with you? What have you been doing?
Oh my goodness! I keep my nose to the grindstone. You know, I've got getting the campsite ready and to open. The first of May will come quick.
First of May's coming in a few days. I hear lots of people trying to drag their campers out of the mud
I'm
in their
sure.
side yards. And
Yeah, this is our problem right now with the grounds being soft, and they're anxious to come in.
it's just one of those things where you never know what the old weatherman's going to do it. I listened to a program on the way up here about how the Arctic ice is shrinking the last couple of years, and who knows? We've lived sometimes too long, you and me, Sammy.
Exactly.
Seen a lot of stuff, haven't we?
Yeah, through the years and a lot of experience. And
I'm glad you're doing well with the campsite because you've seen. I was going to say you've gone through hell and high water. You certainly have gone through the high water.
did I ever? Yeah, two of them, two good ones, but we were able to get it back in shape and like it was originally, you know. And so of course I downsized since I lost my wife. I've downsized. I'm not taking overnighters like I used to.
Oh, you're
you
not?
know.
Oh,
No.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I don't pay much attention.
Yeah, well, you have no reason to really.
But anyway.
But anyway, the seasonals, you know, they're less of a problem. They get in, they take care of their own sites, and so.
A lot of people depend on you, and a lot of people love it at your place, and that's why they come back. I wonder who the longest camper is.
Oh, my
Somebody
goodness.
probably been there for.
Yeah, there were grandchildren back
Come
when their
on.
parents was there. Now they're camping and they're bringing up their family there, and it's strange. I go, you know, I've been there for 50 years, and so time goes by.
Well, you know, I was just thinking on the way up here. Every year I try to remember how long Dragoons has been here.
Oh,
and
my goodness.
I was in 1953. I was
53.
I was 16 years old.
Yeah, okay.
When
about the same.
Dragoons first came here.
Yeah.
We always managed to get about 5 minutes with Jack at the end, but you know, he's trying to fill out those contracts so fast. Sometimes we can't get him in time.
He built up quite a business, that's for sure.
You know,
I wouldn't want his inventory.
oh no, are you kidding?
Wow.
I wouldn't want to know how hard they worked the
And
last few
worked
days
the
just
hours,
getting
yeah.
ready for this.
Exactly.
You know, there's a pancake breakfast. Calvin and I have not taken advantage of it for a couple of years. I don't know if we'll get a pancake today. They were lined up when I walked in the door.
Well, I'm sure he won't right now, but
Well,
they're
look-
super people. I know that.
Oh, just great. You know, this is a nice part of the country.
Yeah.
I'm so glad Calvin has focused a lot on this northern tier of Clinton County. Hey, Jack, how are you, buddy?
There he is now.
Over the years,
Yeah.
so many. So, you know, we talk about the salt of the earth in the farming community. Where would we be? Where would your career be if it weren't for?
That's right. That's where I got started. I got started on the farm. And,
Didn't we all?
yeah, I guess we did. And,
We pulled a few in our days, didn't we, huh?
but when we were talking about the flood, they're just seeing Jack go by. I had a flat tire right in the middle of the project trying to
remember
rebuild, and I called, and he sent the truck right up and never charged me. And you know, you don't forget those things.
Small town USA.
Yeah, exactly. A
I
perfect
wish
way of
this
putting it.
program could be seen in every big metropolitan area throughout the United States, because these down-home people still exist, and it's real. It's real. So many cases today. We turn on the radio and television and read the newspapers, and people are hating each other and talking nasty stuff. But
Oh,
guess
my
what?
goodness.
You're in the North Country.
Yeah.
If you need something, Sometimes it's somebody you never met before stops by the road. So can I
Yeah.
help you? Yes, I got a jack. Let me get my kid. I got a chain in the back. And
Yeah.
I got jumper cables.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's a wonderful
Yeah,
spot.
yeah. Just a year ago, I was going to bring or 2 years ago, bring my wife down for dinner, and I was on the military turnpike and had a flat tire, and I was all dressed up, and this guy pulled right over, and he took the jack out, changed my tire, and complete stranger.
Remember in the days we used to have lots of flats. Now you never have a flat hardly. You can't even find your jack. And no, have I got a real spare tire on
Yeah,
this thing?
exactly.
No, it is. The North Country is a good place to live, and you have worked in so many capacities.
Oh my goodness, helped a lot
Over
of
the
people.
years, the North Country's been good to you, and there's nobody out there that doesn't think Sam Tremblay's the number one guy in the North Country.
Yeah, well, it's appreciated,
There's
but I
nothing
was
you-
able to help a lot of people, that's for sure.
There's nothing you haven't done.
No, you
Are you
think
still
back.
doing construction or not?
No, only when like the neighbor, the funeral home needs to
Yeah.
be plowed, and like
Yeah.
just stuff like that. No,
You've done everything. I mean,
yeah, in the past. And,
singing and dancing and
Yep.
auctioneering.
Oh yeah.
and
Oh my goodness, I love to auctioneer and call square dances. Of course, they don't do that anymore.
and what a shame.
And yeah, my goodness.
What a shame. They called me down to Malone a couple of years ago to tell ghost stories or read children's books or something, and I said, "Where's it going to be?" And they said, "Oh, it's in the old Grange Hall." And I got a flashback, and I remembered learning how to square dance in the old Grange Hall in Malone when I was a
In Malone,
sophomore
yeah.
in high school back in the early 1950s.
Yeah.
My gosh, come on.
Yeah, started calling square dancers when I was 14. I wasn't even able to dance them, but I was calling them,
No
and
kidding.
yeah, and of course I wasn't able to drive. But my sister and brother-in-law would bring me to various places, and they'd give me $20 a night.
Wow, big money.
Yeah. Bought my first guitars and went on from there.
It's incredible. Memories.
Yeah.
You never wrote your book. I've told you got to write a book. You had those memories are going to go with you. So
Exactly. I got to sit down and do that. And,
just so many fun things. So many. You remember the Reader's Digest used to have my most unforgettable character. You're my most unforgettable character, Sam,
Well, I
because you've had
appreciate
your fingers in just about everything.
Yeah. Well, that's why I guess I was able to help so many, because I think I've experienced just about everything that there is to experience and through life. So when somebody came with a problem, they didn't have to explain it. I knew where they were and knew what they needed.
And lots of friends, not just here in the Northern Tier, but elsewhere. It's great to talk to you. And
Yeah, same
I
here.
could chat for
I
half
know.
an hour. But
I'm sure there's.
it's good to see you, Sammy.
Yeah.
I want you to have a great life, will you?
Well, and vice versa.
See you later,
And the
Mike.
door is always open if you need coffee. Or,
Of course it is. See you later, my
Okay,
friend.
Yeah, thanks. Dan.
Well, we walked back in the shop because we want to get down to the nuts and bolts. Wayne, how are you, buddy?
Good. How you doing?
Haven't seen you in at least a year.
Been here?
You know, I came up Route 22 today. The old wind was trying to push me over on the side of the road.
Oh, I know.
I expected to see 3 inches of snow on the ground when I got to Mooers, but there wasn't any, and that's a good thing.
Yeah, we had a little bit this morning, but if you headed west towards Ellenburg, they had like 3-4 inches, I guess. But
It always amazes me when I get to the end of 22 and turn left onto the main street here in Mooers and just come up a fur piece, as the farmers used to say, and come to Dragoons. The parking lot was full. Both sides of the road was full.
yeah, we've had a very good turnout. You know, what time is it right now? 11:43. Yeah, we've had even right from the 10 o'clock on, it's been pretty steady.
You started about 10. It goes all day, and this is an annual affair for you, right?
It is. Yes, we've been doing this since quite a long time.
You were knee-high to a grasshopper, as my grandfather used to say.
Yeah.
Because this place started, we already mentioned, in 1953.
Through my grandfather, yes.
And when you're in a town this size, and people have been good to you and you've been good to them, it's good to have an open house. And
Oh yeah, open house, and we call it a customer appreciation day, where we appreciate the business that the customers do with us, and that's what it's all about.
some of these local farmers are not shy about getting into the pancakes over there either, aren't
Nope,
they?
they're hard workers, so they
I
gotta
love it.
get the nutrition.
But you know, when Calvin and I walked out here, and before he turned the camera on, I was looking around, and none of this stuff looks like any farm equipment I ever used when I was on the farm many years ago.
Things have changed over the years for sure.
Isn't that amazing? Explain some of the equipment.
Well, like Calvin's got his camera on, that's a 3-point hitch wood chipper. So you put branches in there and it just comes out, chips it all up nice and fine for you. Use it for the mulch for landscaping after or whatever, and, you know, clean up your yard for
We
sure.
couldn't figure out why there was pictures of books, open books all over on the warnings. I have no idea.
Well, that's it, because there's knives inside there on that blower housing. You know, it's all
chop.
safety. It's all
Chop,
safety.
chop.
You don't want your hands going in there because it's not going to be good.
It looks like a good solid piece of
Oh, it is. It's good solid, and that's, you know, when the wood goes in there, there's knives in there chipping that
Something's
up.
going to
so
happen to it. You better not.
It's going out that pipe for sure.
That's
yeah.
beautiful.
And the next unit over, that cuts a tree. You know, they say up to a 12-inch tree, but they recommend like 6 to 8 inch. It's 3-point hitch. Hook it to your tractor.
Oh yeah.
And you come up to it and you cut it. You can just see the blades there, and then the other thing will push it over as it's cutting it. You know.
Yeah, I would say that would cut a pretty good sized tree when that baby is spinning. It's going to do some damage.
Yep, and you know, a lot of them, like if you got 4-inch, 6-inch, you know, fields that have been overtaken with trees, you can go in there in a hurry and you know, cut them down. And
That's
then
amazing.
Just to Calvin's right is it's the wrap round bales. It's a round bale wrapper. It swivels and it wraps the wrap goes on right here on
Oh,
this
is that
reel
it?
here, and
Okay.
it wraps it around.
How big is a round bale with that wood?
Around 5 foot.
Is it really? More than you want to pick up with a
Oh,
pitchfork?
yeah,
Or you-
that you have to use with like that loader tractor, or in behind that is it's a Manitou telehandler, and you can put the bale grabber attachment on there to handle it with ease.
Yeah, well, but you've been standing around farm equipment since you were how old? 5, 6?
12.
Oh, 12.
Was here working here 12.
Come on, you said.
Yeah, after
Put you
school,
right to
yeah.
work after
Oh, yeah.
school. That's the way it goes, though, with a lot of family operations.
Just the way it was. Yep. We sold Texaco gas back then, and
Oh, come on, really?
Yeah, we sold Texaco gas, pumped gas, and swept the floors and put nuts and bolts together. At the beginning, then it just kept gradually getting a little bigger and a little bigger.
But the equipment is fantastic.
Oh yeah, I mean, when I started, a 100 horsepower tractor was huge, and
Think about
now
that.
a
for
100
minute,
horsepower
folks.
tractor is, you know, it's a small tractor on a farm, but the farms just keep getting bigger and bigger, and the horsepower just keeps going up. You know, up to 600 horsepower now.
Well, farms are bigger. Yeah,
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
Calvin and I have talked about it many times. We're not going to belabor the fact, but if you were milking 50 head of Holsteins when I was in high school, that was a good sized farm.
Right. Now they're, you know,
Are you
milking
kidding?
up to 3,000 head, 2,000, 1,000, 500. Yep. The family farms are dwindling down, unfortunately, and then you know, the big farm just is it's a business.
Yeah. But it's still good to see farms that are thriving and people who have been able to survive in the business. And there are a few small family farms left up here, but every year
Every year.
dwindling. And that
No,
makes
it's
me sad.
difficult for sure, because the milk price went from $27 a hundred down to about 15, 16. It's tough on everybody. That's why you see we have, like, on a lot of equipment, 0% financing to help out in these, you know, these tough times. So, you know, like that tractor, that farm-all tractor, you got 0% for 72 months.
Really?
And you got 0% for 84 months. So it's, you know, the company's we all are in this together. So we got to try and help out the best we can. Do a little special on tire pricing. You know, it's tough time right now as far as in the ag side of it, but
Yeah.
we're trying to help out any way possible we can.
How much of an input do you personally have in what equipment you carry? Do you get to talk to all these dealers that come in and say, hey, yeah, we'll carry that tractor?
Well, certain ones, yeah. We, you know, there's different companies coming in and trying to get us to take on their line, but we gotta take care of what we got and try and do the best we can with that.
I wonder how many manufacturers you represent here at Dragoon.
Oh,
Lots
probably
and lots.
20, maybe 25.
kidding.
It's
It's different in the old days,
Yeah,
two,
there's
two
a
or
lot of-
three, one or
yeah.
two or three.
yeah, because when we first started, it was International Harvester. And
All the way,
pretty
yeah.
much. And then times change. But
It's-
I'd like to talk about that Manitou telehandler a little bit.
I would love to do it. Is it way over there?
Yeah.
We'll
Yeah.
stop and take a walk over there. Well, the wind's not blowing inside unless you count it when I open my mouth. Wayne, you wanted to get over here in this corner for a really good reason. What the heck is this?
It's a Manitou telehandler. This is we just started selling.
Sounds like
Manitou.
Star Wars, doesn't it?
What is it? It's four-wheel drive, and it's telescopes. Down in here, this comes out into that tube, and what it is, it's for really high reach. To dump into a wagon, dump into something high.
Yeah.
It's got four-wheel steering, crab steering, but they're a rugged built. It's for front-end loader use. You obviously got that farm tractor with a loader. We just looked at, but this is more of the industrial side of it.
Is this a brand new piece of equipment that just came out, or is there?
No, Manitou's been out for a lot of years.
Okay, this is just a new generation.
Yes.
Right.
Yep. And this is this unit is sold to Drew's Poultry, but they let us borrow it for the open house. We
I
appreciate
love
that.
it. I love it. That's not a bad way to do
And that's what
business.
they used in order to load into. But you can use it for regular loader work, but we have one in our own yard that we use. You
do?
can reach into a box truck.
Well,
pull
what a great
equipment,
idea! What a great idea!
You got pallet forks. You got snow bucket. You can get a lot of different attachments because you got front hydraulics. There's front hydraulics on it, where if that round bale that we're talking about, or you can bring it in and hug it.
Oh, isn't that amazing?
But over the years, things change, and they're easy to get in and out of. They're low to the ground, but yet it will go high. So, because if you get a real big front end loader, you got probably 5 steps to get up and on it, and if you're continuously doing that all day long, where these are easier to get in, and like the one we have, you just step in it. You don't even have to step up. You're in
come
it.
on!
No,
Oh,
if
that's
you get a chance to, ours is outside. It's a size smaller than this.
Well, that depends on whether Calvin can hold on to the camera long enough. It's really blowing a gale out there. I should tell people it's a nice sunny day toward the end of March 2016, but the wind is gusted over 40 miles an hour so far.
Mother Nature, we booked this months in advance, so Mother Nature,
Every year we hope it'll be a beautiful sunny day in the 40s or 50s, and sometimes it is, and
sometimes it ain't.
It's better than a big snowstorm today anyway.
Oh, definitely, but I'd like to take this time to appreciate you, Gordy and Calvin, coming from.
It's a kick for us. I want you to talk for just a couple of minutes, Wayne, about service, about how you work on equipment here.
We work on, obviously we work on everything that we sell. And sometimes we work on.
You got to go to school to learn something like this.
Yep, we got somebody's gonna have to go into school shortly on this one because we just started selling them. Started to get some, the service literature on them and CDs. But if it's broke, you got to be able to fix it, and you got to have the technology to fix it.
Yeah, farmers are always very resourceful, having to fix things, according to my recollection. But something like this is beyond what you can do with baler twine,
Well, today that's it. Today you've got to bring a computer with you because pretty much everything's electronic. Electronics.
We're in the digital age, and Calvin and I have been to a few farms in the last few years, and it amazes me how many things are digitized on a computer in the farm.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Even
you
the milking process,
You
the feeding
can't milk
process.
2,000 cows without getting stuff on the computer.
No, you have to, because it's time, and to go by that quick, you have to. It's all technology today, and it just each year keeps changing and changing and changing.
What's the biggest piece of equipment you sell? What would you guess? You've had some monsters over
Well,
the years.
this Steiger tractor,
Really?
yeah, 450, 500 horsepower. We don't sell many of them, but a few.
Oh,
But yeah, then go down to a lawn and garden, so we got a lot in between.
yeah. It's amazing when you say there's something for everybody. We're not kidding, because people love to come here during the open house.
Yeah, you can get a pedal tractor.
And the little kids are looking at stuff.
Oh,
and Dad's
definitely.
looking at stuff, and Mom's finding stuff, and
That's good. That's what it's all about. But we appreciate it, and like I said, I want to take this time to thank you coming from Hometown Cable, and I want to take this time, to thank all the employees of Dragoon's Farm Equipment. It wouldn't be possible, and all the volunteers that have come out today to help us between the cooking and serving, and it's a team effort, and we appreciate everything everybody's done for us, and I just want to thank you and thank everybody.
it's amazing. Calvin and I walked in the door and he looked at each other and said, "What does it take to put a day like
That's
this
it. We
on?" I mean,
could not do it
wow.
with just our help. There's no way possible we could do it, and we have a lot of volunteers and a lot of the same ones throughout the years, and we really appreciate the help.
And the pancakes are always good.
That's right.
Wayne, you're the best.
Thank you.
What is that over there?
That is a vertical mixer wagon. That's what we're talking about with that round. And then to the left of that that's a round baler. That makes a round bale, and you can take that round bale and lift it up with this telehandler and set it in there,
Oh,
and then it chops it all up, and then you feed it. Feed it to the cows.
it sounds simple, doesn't it, Cal?
Yeah.
Yeah. And you can pay for that and one little checkbook if you want
There
to,
you go.
if it's got a room for big enough numbers on there. But people, not only you and your family and the people who work here have to learn this stuff, but farmers have to know what the latest equipment is.
Oh yeah,
too.
that's definitely a change for them with all electronics and GPS, and there's a lot of different technology for
Farmers
sure.
are still working 7 days a week to
Oh,
get
yeah.
the cows milked and get
Oh.
everything done.
It's still 7 days. You're right for them. There's not too much vacation time.
It's still
not too
so
many days
much
off.
at the mercy of Mother Nature.
Oh, definitely.
In a given spring and summer and fall.
Especially the spring, summer, and fall. You're right. It's all in order to do field work. You have to have the right weather conditions.
Well, let's hope it's a good year for what
Oh,
farmers
definitely.
need to do.
They need a good year of crops, and hope we can get this milk price.
Well, that's
problem under control.
That's a whole other subject, isn't it? Huh? How
It
many
is,
times have we
definitely.
brought that up over
Talk
the
it
years?
all the time for sure.
It's hard to keep the kids in the business too,
Yeah. No, that's it exactly.
What's going to happen to those family farms? We've watched the changes over the years, and we hate it every time we have to go to an auction.
Oh, definitely, and for sure.
Wayne, you are the best.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for
guys.
spending time with us
Appreciate
today.
it. Thank you.
Sell something, will you?
We're gonna try.
All right.
Thanks.
Calvin's got his hood up against the wind. We're in the back now looking at some of the equipment. Just boggles my mind. If you're interested in four-wheelers, big and small, look at the Kubota line. I see a nice diesel right next to there. RTV X 1100C. Wow, what a piece of equipment, huh? With covered cabs. So many things. If you expect me to be knowledgeable about this equipment, you might be a long time waiting. I'd have to get an encyclopedia and read it. But we're back here just to pan around and show you that it's a tremendous diversity of equipment and supplies, large and small, for people in the North Country and others who come to visit from Vermont and Canada and other counties and so on. When you've been in business since 1953, like they have here with Jack Dragoon and his wonderful family and staff, you've made a lot of friends. And you don't stay in business that long unless you treat people right, because word-of-mouth advertising is the best advertising of all, unless you want to count Hometown Cable, of course. But Calvin has been coming here for a long time. The first time was it more than 16 years ago, Calvin? Do you remember? 1990, so we're talking 16 years already.
26.
or 26 years already. Yeah, where'd that extra decade go? Oh my goodness, can you believe that? Because I've been out of the radio business for almost 20 years. When they say time flies when you're having fun, 1990, wow. And by then, Calvin had been carrying that big old camera around our shoulder for quite a long time. Well, it's nice to be able to tell a story. We try to do it here on our little corner and all the other shows that Calvin and his friends do, and the late Bob Venn did before I came along with our little corner. Sometimes we can give you a little slice of history. I think over the years, given perhaps even more than one little tiny slice of the pie when it comes to Dragoon's farm equipment here on Route 11 in Mooers. So we hope you get an idea. If you get a chance, look at some of the old shows. Watch this one all the way through. I bet you didn't expect to see your friend Sam Trombley on the camera first thing when we walked in the door this morning, did you? But stop in sometime. You won't be seeing this today, so I'll put as many pancakes in as I can if I get a chance to go in there and have some breakfast. But just stop in sometime and thank the family and the workers here for all they've meant to this community in the northern tier. Well, we just came into the inner sanctum. You know, if you're going to talk to somebody, you got to go right to the top. Jack Dragoon, how are you, my friend?
Well, not too bad. I'm down near the bottom now, though.
Oh, you're... I got a pretty low center of gravity myself. We got a windy day in March 2016. Coming up the road today, people coming from every direction. Why? Customer Appreciation Day, right here at Dragoon.
Yeah, that's for sure. Been quite a few years we've had it now.
You know, Calvin reminded me, but I already remembered because I had read it so many times. 1953.
That's correct.
Right on this spot?
Not right here, up on the other part of the building.
Yeah, but I mean,
but on the land.
pretty darn close.
All right, we might have bought this end of the land later than what it was, but we had it on, you know.
I wonder if anybody could forecast in 1953 what this place would look like in 2016.
Never know. Today, this is just a little dinky place compared from some places.
How old were you when you started in it?
I was involved in it at 16.
Were you?
Yeah.
We
Still
talked
in
to
school.
Wayne, he said, I think I was 12. He said,
Yeah, well, we put it up 53, so I didn't graduate until I was in 54, so.
yeah, you beat me by a year. That makes you 1 year smarter and 1 year older than I am, but we're both upright today, so I guess we're doing okay.
Got our feet on the ground, that's the main part.
Tell me what makes you happy about 2016 so far and all your customers out there that have been good to you because you've been good to them.
Well, it's going to be a challenging year this year
Is it?
with the milk price, you know. We always holler about milk price,
We've always
But-
alluded to that.
but
Yeah.
when you go from 25 down to 14, you know,
Yeah, you
that,
can't.
you know.
And these are your friends that you're dealing with every day.
Oh, yeah,
They're
more.
trying to afford equipment, trying to come here and make some kind of a deal, and you feel so bad for them.
Well, that's it, and you know what I mean. There's more going out all the time. Another one from Champlain, another one sold out. And up west, some sold out. And sell their land and do pretty well with that. For their part, is good. But lawn and garden is taking over a big part. You know,
Has it really?
well, that's that versatile where you got something to fall back on, and they're doing more repairs and buying, and we're doing pretty good in small sales or used equipment, lease return tractors. That's one thing you never heard about, but you know, you can save 30-50% buying a 1 or 2 year old lease tractor, and then you can buy new
See,
today.
I wouldn't know that until you told me. That's news to me.
Oh yeah, I got one. One should be coming in any minute from Florida, or maybe tomorrow from Florida. Lease returns I buy, and we got them from all over this year. Chicago and Kentucky, and you know that's the way you can You can sell
Never
something
would've
in good
dreamed
shape
that.
and use. Oh yeah, the company. Well, right now, they're offering us just as good terms on lease returns and they do on a new one. Plus, they got low rate financing, and they got a good low rate for the farmer. Plus, I have like 6 months floor plan on them, which is pretty good compared to what it used to be.
This place is so different than it was when I first started coming here 15, 20 years ago. I cannot believe. I mean, you have to grow, right? You can't help it. You got to have what's new.
That's right, but we could use more help. But what they talk about there, Obamacare and this stuff, our rates are gone up so high every year. They say, oh, low, but time the government gets done with you, there's not too much. And
You mean they don't leave you alone up here in Mooers? I thought maybe they forgot about you up
no,
here.
they don't. They pick on the small people, small dealers. Big dealers have lawyers and everything to fight in, so they come back and hit the little dealers. And it makes you mad. Here I got 20 people, and you listen to the news and some of the officials how they granted this one, they get tax breaks, they get this and that.
You didn't get many, huh?
And us small dealers, just like they were outsiders. I haven't got 5 cents over the years from the government for anything, tax breaks or incentives, and that's not right.
If somebody were not Jack Dragoon, they might have got out of this business a long time ago. I can't believe you kept your feet on the ground and got up every morning and said, well, I guess I better go to work today.
Well, if it wasn't for the family
Family's everything, isn't it?
and the good help,
Yeah.
I'd be out tomorrow.
Well, this is customer appreciation day.
Yeah, I know, but
How many great friends have you made up here?
oh,
They
yeah.
stand by you, you stand by them, you do your best for them.
But I'm like you, we're getting up in age. Lots of our friends aren't here anymore.
He's going to force us to admit that before we leave here today. How big a footprint is this? How big a piece of property do you have here with everything?
Wow, I think there's about 3 acres
Are you
here.
really?
Across the road, there's another 5 acres, and up the road, a new building I put up last fall. That there's 2.5 acres or something like
So
that.
what's a new building? What is that?
It's just a storage building we put up.
You got to build.
135 by I think it's 65 feet.
Really?
In the wintertime, like our flatbed trucks and the tractor trailer, we kind of keep inside, When you go out in the wintertime when it's 20 below and you got snow, well, this year we didn't have too much, you had ice instead. But we keep our trucks in the center aisle, but on the sides they're pretty well filled with shade.
So 2015, was it a good year or a lousy year or not too bad or what last year?
The last few years, 13, 14, 15 were very good years. Our carryover will probably help to survive the 16, but
But you got to get up early every morning just to figure out how am I going to make it today? What can I add? What can I build? What can I do to stay afloat?
what I went through putting this last building up, my building days are done.
Really?
Oh, yes.
You get a little tired sometimes, huh?
No, not being used right
Yeah,
is the biggest part.
that's tough. It's
Yeah.
tough. And you've cared about this area in politics, in the fire department, for so long. You and I have talked about all the bad times and good times you've been through. The ice storm, fires, floods, you name it.
Oh, yeah. I had one board member said, what have I ever done? So that's how it makes you feel.
Isn't it amazing?
Yeah,
Here you are, and you've survived where other people did not survive in business up here in this northern part of the country. For people who are watching this program outside of Mooers, you have no idea till you turn the corner. Coming up 22, turn the corner, come up the road and just take a look around. It doesn't matter whether you're a farmer or not a farmer. If you ever bought a lawnmower, a little garden tractor, cultivator, whatever.
Oh, yeah. I had, one guy from Messina, I brought him around. Of course, I meet him up west a little bit, and He was amazing, you know. You wouldn't think, you know, if you go around outside here and the size of everything is bigger than what it looks like from the
The
road.
size of the tractors blow me away. Some of that equipment out there, I could only imagine when I got into farming in the early 1950s. Can't even believe what.
Oh yeah, but this is, you know, still there's lots bigger stuff than what we have here, what they use today.
Yeah, as Wayne said, 100 horsepower was a good sized tractor back when I was a kid.
Oh yeah, Ridgeview Farm there sold a big bill of 806 there back in 1965, and you know that was the biggest tractor back
yeah.
then.
Think about it now.
Yeah, I
Some
ju-
of this.
I just bought it back there this year just to have it. That's, you know, one of the biggest tractors I sold back then.
So I was trying to think how many dealers you have. You must do. Wayne was thinking maybe about 20 different dealers, different kinds of equipment and companies that you deal with. I bet you it's pretty close to 24.
Oh yeah, over the years there are lots more.
Oh, yeah.
They're just like everybody
They'll
else.
come and go.
They come and go. You can't say anything bad about any because there'll be merging going on, and you never know what you'll be selling next. So,
And this equipment is so complicated.
oh yeah, you know.
I mean, you got mechanics who got to take a course.
Oh
to
yeah.
learn how to tear the stuff apart and fix it.
It was just like these cars, you know, the stuff that they're so delicate, and you know, you got $12,000-15,000 machine just to diagnose what's wrong with the tractors today. You know, off the road, you know, the old H's and M's, anybody, you know, a little mechanical could fix them, but today is a different ball game. There's too much. There's too much. It'd be better if they went back to the old way and cheaper.
Oh, yeah.
It'd be a lot
It ain't
cheaper.
gonna happen in our lifetime, you know that. Things are gonna get more complicated. You're hoping for a good year in 2016, but right now it's hard to tell in early spring, isn't it? Depends on the weather
Wow, all
and some of the
the
other factors.
farming, there's no way they can want to survive at $14 milk.
Well, you know, I'm glad you keep mentioning that because it's true. How many people go to buy a quart of milk or a dozen eggs at the store have any idea what it takes for that farmer to raise the cattle, milk the cows?
You know, let's say take an individual, take your own. Well, I know you're probably all set, but you take an average working person that brings home, let's say $500 a week. Well, you bring your better than a third of that off, drop. You have quite a way to survive. Well, this is just what happened to the farmers. The expense of everything else is still there, but they're losing, you know. Well, let's see, you take 14 to 25, $11 a hundred. So you're looking, bring your half.
Yeah.
Not quite, but bring your half of your income is not there where you could be buying this or buying that, and no matter if it's cars or furniture or machinery or whatever, and it's not there.
And it trickles down and affects everybody. It certainly affects your business because that's what you're doing is dealing with farmers.
That's right. And some, you know, we got to cut down on insurance, and they got to do this, and you know, it's too bad. Something has to be done, but I don't know if we'll ever see it. But it can't keep going like it's going, and you know, they're bringing imports in. You know, I don't think, you know, start bringing milk products in and this and that. You know, it hurts. It's going to hurt.
Hard for you to watch it, and because so many friends rely on it.
Yeah.
Well, you've made a lot of friends over the years, Jack
Well,
Dragoon.
we hope to.
You've stayed here in the business. You take one day, and it's not just one day because you got to plan for this. I mean, you have a customer appreciation day, serve them all the food they can get in their bellies, and if you're lucky, maybe you can sign a little contract before they walk out the door. But mostly, it's just to thank these people for standing by you all the years, huh?
Oh yeah, and what I mean, it goes year around. You know, if you're busy today, they don't bother you. But I got, you know, leads. I got to check on this and that, and you know, they really appreciate it. And it seemed like this year is even more
I love it.
appreciated.
I love it. Took me a while to get in the door, and I wanted to get in the door because that wind was whipping out in the parking lot.
It's too bad that Holland Grill guy out there must be freezing. I don't know if the wind's been blowing pretty good. I don't know if you've tried any of that food or not.
No, I haven't, but we will. Jack, you're a good friend, a solid, great North Country citizen, and you've done so much for this northern tier of Clinton County. So I'll personally thank you while you're thanking all your customers, okay?
Okay.
You're the man. You're
First
my
of
hero.
all, I got to thank all the help.
Good
Taking
bunch.
their times off to, donate. They take their day leave or absence day just to come here to cook, which is appreciated. And also the help, the hours they put in getting this stuff ready. There's more time spent on that. And, the help and the family is good. And I want to thank both of you for coming.
We're delighted to be here, and we wish you the best in 2016.
I hope so, and I hope we can keep on going.
We'll keep on plugging.
But the small dealers, you look around at all these other places, and it's getting harder because they want big companies, they want market share, and
Oh, yeah.
they want big deals, big stuff, and some of this little stuff is slipping by.
Best of luck, Jack.
Okay, I thank
You're
you.
the man. Thank you.
Thank you again.
See, if I'm licking my lips, then you know I enjoyed my meatloaf.
Good.
How are you?
I'm doing all right. How are you?
I'm doing great. What's your name?
Jerry.
Jerry what?
Blitz.
Where are you from?
I live in Pennsylvania,
Where?
Lancaster. Here.
Might as well promote it. That's a beautiful place.
It is, yeah.
So you're on the road.
Yep.
What brings you up here today?
Open house here at Dragoon's Farm Equipment.
What'd you bring with you?
We're demonstrating Holland grills.
And I don't think you've been here before. We've interviewed everybody else who's brought one up
No.
here. How did you get roped into this today?
Well, I just kind of got the short end or long end of the stick, however you want to look at
yeah, depends on your point of
it.
view.
Right.
You're staying up for a couple days, or you?
Yeah, staying up for last night and today. We'll be here all day for the open house here.
You were telling me something about how you cooked that meatloaf.
Yeah.
I don't know what you did, but it was awful good. So tell me about it.
Well, literally, the way the Holland grill works, it's guaranteed never to flare up, so you can cook anything on it. The meatloaf we just dropped right on the grid. You don't need any foil or any pan. And close the lid, let the grill do the work. All the fat just cooks right through it, so you end up with meatloaf that's not crumbly, it's not dry, it's nice and juicy, but yet it leaves no fat on your napkin when you're done with it. And no fat coating your mouth either.
It tasted awful good. I wish I brought a little packet of ketchup for mine, because if you would have watched me eat meatloaf and scrambled eggs, lots
Right.
of ketchup on it, but it was very, very good.
Thank you.
That's great. Holland Grills have been around for a while.
They have. They've been around for over 30 years. They're American-made. They're made down in the state of Georgia, developed by a guy named Brad Holland. That's why they're called Holland Grills.
It makes sense.
But yeah, they've been around for a long time. They're built to last. Some of the original grills are still kicking around out there. The way they're designed, you're guaranteed no flare-ups. So not only does your food taste great, but the inside of your grill stays clean and it lasts longer.
I noticed that. That's wonderful.
Yeah.
So are you on the road a lot?
Yeah, we do typically open houses. Maybe they're during the week. We usually demonstrations every weekend at different dealers. For distributorship, HG Distributing, we cover the Northeast U.S. So from Indiana, Michigan, east to the coast and up to Massachusetts, we cover all of those. About 250 dealers in all.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah, so-
So how many guys are demonstrators like you?
We have about 25 demonstrators out in the road. So it's a
you.
busy schedule.
Have you been doing it for a while?
This is my third year.
Obviously, you had it down pat, Jerry.
Yes.
You're the man. Thanks so much for talking with us.
You're welcome.
Have a great day.
Thanks, you too.
Sell a few, will you?
I hope so.
All right.
Thank you.
How are you, young man?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing great. Tell everybody who you are.
Ryan Dragoon.
Of course you are. You're going to keep doing this till you do it right.
I guess so.
Calvin asked you how old you were in 1990. Were you really 13?
I was.
Oh, my God.
Long time ago.
You know, it's amazing when you've been in the business for that long, because Wayne said I think I was 12. Isn't
Yeah.
that amazing?
That's how I feel. Yep.
What's different about this year? Anything?
More equipment. Yeah. Just new models, stuff like that. Yep.
How many times during your lifetime did you say, well, I don't think I'm going to stay in this business any longer? Did you threaten to quit a few times?
Well, I did. I'm still not here, so I'm just helping out today.
Oh, you are?
Yep.
I thought you were still working for the...
No, I left in 2001 to go work for Wyeth, now Pfizer. Yep.
Oh, so what do you do now? Do you
Still at Pfizer. Yep.
a lot of people aren't though, huh?
Oh, that's right. Quite a lot less than what it used to be.
You know, you pointed something out, Jim, because it takes a lot of people, both regular employees and volunteers like you, to come back today and put a day on like this. And it isn't every business that's willing to do that, even though they appreciate what the North Country does for them. But Dragoons is special in so many ways, right?
It is. They really do care about their customers and want to show their appreciation any way they can. Yep.
So what's going on with you today? What are you doing today?
Today a mixed bag. I'm doing a little bit of the door prizes. We're doing the spin giveaway wheel, and then I'm also handling some popcorn in the background.
Chief cook and bottle washer today.
That's right.
That's wonderful. Well, it's great to see so many people here today, isn't it?
It is very good.
And the weather looks good from the inside looking through the window.
Yeah, a little windy, but we'll take that over some other stuff we get.
That's why I keep the extra weight so I won't blow over. Thanks for talking with us, my friend.
Thank you.
Have a great
Appreciate
day.
it.
We've been trying to track down the whole darn family. Gary, how are you?
Good, good.
Good to see you. How goes it today?
I've been pretty busy. So crowds started coming in early, and it's been pretty steady ever since.
You know,
So
Calvin and I got here around 10 after 11:15. I was amazed.
I was surprised too the way the weather was this morning, but
Little
good day for
mini,
everybody to get out.
little mini traffic jams right up here on Route 11 in Mooers.
Yeah, it's not too often we get that much traffic in Mooers.
Well, that's the whole idea, isn't it?
Yep. I'm glad everybody came out. Like I said, the weather was a little shaky this morning, but it turned out pretty nice. So and we've had a real good crowd.
You know, I meant to ask Jack when we talked to him, when did the appreciation days start? Were you just a little kid?
Oh yeah, as long as they. I guess that's since 53 they started.
Since
so
the beginning.
Since the beginning, yep.
It's something that the people, I guess, kind of expect.
Yeah, we have quite a few call in February want to know when the open house is going to be. So.
Are you kidding?
No.
People can smell the pancakes even before they start boiling the maple syrup. It's amazing, and it is wonderful. Because Dragoons has been in this same general location since 1953.
Yep.
As far as I can tell, in spite of the fact that
Is this the original right?
I don't know what the original building
this part
right from here on.
Yeah, right from here on. This was there was two big overhead doors up here.
Oh, there were.
Yep. We used to have a hoist. That's all covered now. That's why we had to put the boards down because we couldn't. When they did something back then, we couldn't even jackhammer the hoist out of there. The cement was
Oh,
so
you're
hard.
kidding.
No, so we ended up having to cover it up right there. And
I thought maybe you made a dance floor. I didn't know.
well, they've used it before for a dance floor
Have they
after some
really?
of the open houses.
Isn't that amazing?
Yeah, my dad used to get the band would come in and they'd play at nighttime.
come
and stuff.
on.
Yeah, did that for a lot of years. But then you got you got to be careful with people having a few drinks and then headed home.
Oh,
So
yeah,
we
I
had to get
know.
away from that. So
I've been to a few parties in Mooers in my day. It's a good community, and it's really great when a business like this decides to stick around and do whatever it can for the agriculture community. Because we've discussed with everybody we've talked to today how hard it is to farm with milk prices now. So it's tough.
it is it's very tough. I don't understand it why the price is like that, but when you get
Fluctuates so drastically.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
and I don't know how them guys can even how do you predict what you can you don't have no clue what you're going to get one month the next for your money. So how do you ever plan anything or try and get ahead, because you just never know what you're going to get. So
Nobody said farming was an easy occupation.
no, you got to be tough to be a farmer. That's for sure.
You're at
You
the
got to
mercy of
love
the
it.
weather,
Yep.
so many factors involved. But Dragoons, even though it's called Dragoons Farm Equipment Incorporated, it involves other things.
Oh
too,
yeah,
doesn't it?
we do a lot of the lawn and garden stuff now. Gotten a lot into the recreational vehicles, the 4x4s.
Let's talk about that. Yes, I knew that, but let's talk a little more about that part of it.
We carry, Cub Cadet has utility vehicles now, and Kubota has them. So we got anything from a fully enclosed cab model that has heat and air conditioning
I
and
noticed
power
that.
steering
And diesel.
and diesel.
Oh, come on.
It's like a little Jeep driving around, but we really do sell a lot of them. You wouldn't think so, but because of the price, but we sell probably more of them than the regular ones.
Isn't that amazing? You know, and it's a godsend for farmers. And
Oh yeah, farmers, and we get a lot of. We sold one to the Mirror Lake Inn up in Lake Placid.
did you really?
They put a blade on it, and they'll use it to clean the sidewalks. In the wintertime, they'll go out on the ice to clean it for their activities that they have up there. So you got homeowners that buy them to clean their driveways. Just a lot of uses for them.
You know, I wrote an article for a local magazine a few years ago about four-wheelers and trails and so on. I don't think we have the network of trails here
No.
in our county yet.
No, and it's too bad because
It really is.
there's money there.
Are you kidding me?
If somebody would do something about it, there's a lot of four-wheelers around, a lot of utility vehicles, but just no place to ride. So they go to other states to ride when, if we had something
And
here, they'd
other-
stay
There are
here.
other places up near Watertown and that,
Yep.
those counties around the Watertown area where there's hundreds of miles of trails.
Yeah, it's too bad. Like you take like the Adirondacks, what better place, what more beautiful place could you have to ride than up there if we could do something?
Well, who knows what the future may bring.
Yeah, I know.
This could be your next project here. So it's nice to see the crowds here today. I know it's a lot of hard work for you. And I would just talk to your brother. I forgot that he doesn't work here. He hasn't
No,
worked here
Scott,
for a
my
while.
brother Scott.
But he's working today, baby.
Once a year we get them.
He's making popcorn
Yeah.
and doing all the stuff that he has to do.
Yeah, we keep them
But
busy.
it's been a family business right from the very beginning, and that's something important to point out, I think.
Yeah, it's tough today. I mean, to stay in this long. My dad's worked hard, that's for sure, and it
We've
is
seen
tough.
him through thick and thin,
Yeah, he's
good times and bad,
yep. He stays pretty busy, that's for sure.
and he's still here
Yeah.
every single day. Does he come in every morning?
Every day. Every day. He gets to holler at us every single day.
Yeah, but you beat him to work every morning, don't you?
Yeah, now we do.
Oh, you. So anyway, we haven't talked much about it, but you're offering a free meal for the people who come.
Yep.
Part of this appreciation day.
Yep, that's just our thank you to them for doing business with us and stuff. And like you said, there's a lot of people who do look forward to it. They come and mingle and meet people they haven't seen in a while. And like Red Jubert from Plattsburgh, he's so happy to come up and see old friends. And he doesn't get out much, but it's a great time for him to get
Such
out.
a dear friend from
Yep.
way back when.
Oh, yeah.
I remember him when he was up there in Scioto.
Yep, great guy. Yep.
And he was our postmaster for a long time after that.
Yeah, he did a lot, that's for sure.
I imagine there are some people will be in and out of here today that you haven't seen in a while, huh?
Yeah, there's a lot of older customers. They probably don't buy so much from us now, but back a lot of the older farmers come in. They used to do business with us years ago, and they always come back for the pancakes and sausage.
No, when you've been around for this long, people stop in just to say hello every now and again.
Yep.
So people want to just come in and chat, people that you've known since you were a little kid.
Oh yeah, there's been a lot of them, that's for sure.
So any big changes forecast for 2016? Your dad, we talked to your dad, and he's very honest. We all try to be as optimistic as we can, but with the price of milk that farmers are getting today, it's pretty easy to be pessimistic. So
Yeah, I
I
think
guess you can only hope for the best.
I think it's going to be tough with the big equipment, that's for sure. We'll probably still do all right with our lawn and garden. I mean, everybody needs to mow the lawns and stuff, but to get that $200,000 tractor right now,
Probably not today.
no, it's going to be tough.
Yeah, your dad was talking about the lease tractors coming in. That didn't even enter my mind.
Yeah, a lot of places doing that. Oh yeah, it gets their payment down there, and then when they can get back on their feet again, then they can buy it if they want to at the end of the lease and stuff. So that does help out. Gives us other options.
That's how many employees all told now these days? Do you know?
We're about 20.
Or do you really have
Yeah,
that many?
20. Yeah.
And it takes at least 2 or 3 times that many just to run this open house.
Oh yeah, we're fortunate. We get a lot of friends that help us out and stuff, and we got a lot of guys cooking in the back that come every year, and they like to get together and rag each other there in the back. So
It's a community event. It really is.
Yeah, men are all local.
Mooers is good for that too.
Yeah. Everybody help. Everybody sticks by each other and helps them out when they need it. So that's great.
Anything else you want to add that jumps into your mind? Because I forget to ask the important questions. How are you?
Just thank you guys for coming. That's for sure. We really appreciate it.
You know, we're thrilled to be here every year. It's like old home week for us too. I don't get to drive through Mooers very often, but when I do, I always feel good.
Yeah, like I say, we really do appreciate it, and thanks again.
Thanks for inviting us, Gary. Have a great day, my friend.
Thank you very much.
See you later.
Yep.
Yeah, you thought you were off the hook. No way. What is this sucker all about?
Well, this is a vacuum system. I know you can't see it, but it's not on there. The hose isn't on there that runs to the mower deck, but as you're mowing, it's got its own engine that creates a vacuum, and then it blows it into the back of this hopper. So anybody that has a lot of leaves with the maple trees and stuff, this will pick them right up clean. You don't have to rake it all. Easy to dump in the back afterwards, but it holds so much more than what a regular lawn sweeper that you'd tow behind your machine. It'll hold like 10 times what one lawn sweeper will.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. And it'll pick up small sticks, and even if you just have a lot of grass, if it gets away from you or it's really tall and you have all the windrows, you can go through and pick it up with this. And it's a little more expensive than a lawn sweeper, but it saves you a ton of time, especially if you have leaves.
I like that idea. I wasn't even sure what it was without the hose on it. But once you explained it, then we got it. Well, that's a beautiful piece of equipment.
Yeah.
All right. Now, Calvin's looking over our shoulder. What are we looking at behind there?
That's the Kubota diesel zero-turn mower. Like I say, it's got a 3-cylinder.
What a
diesel in
beauty.
it.
Look at that thing.
And it's like riding on a Cadillac. It's got
my
the
goodness.
suspension seat on it. And even the front end will pivot up so that you can get underneath the deck to change the blades or clean the deck out. It's got the roll bar for protection. But with the diesel engine, it can go so much longer on a tank of fuel that if you're mowing ball fields or if you have a real huge lawn, it really does save you a lot in fuel costs.
I think every school ought to have one.
Well,
I think you better. Oh, do they really?
Yeah, we do sell quite a few to the schools.
No kidding.
Yeah, we really do. Golf courses. Yeah.
Golf courses, we got a few of those around here.
Yeah, we got quite a few of them.
I don't know how long it'll be before we see green grass. You never know, do you?
After today, well, the sun's coming out, so hopefully it won't be too long.
Well, we'll watch first for the pussy willows, okay, and then the lilacs, and then. But that's a beautiful piece of equipment. Is that the biggest mower?
No, that's a 60-inch, and then they also make a 72-inch.
Come on.
Yeah.
You're kidding me.
Actually, I just sold the 72-inch one yesterday.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Well, good for you.
Yeah.
You got to pay for the open house somehow, right?
It'll help.
Okay. We just want to catch up on the equipment that was in here. Thanks again, Gary.
Very good. Thank you.
Okay, my friend.
Yeah.
I could only eat 17. I'm talking about sausages. Hi, who are you?
Mike DeMoe.
I know that.
You know that.
How are you, Mike?
Pretty good, pretty good.
How long have you been rolling those sausages around? How many years?
Well, I did it for quite a few years and I had to quit for a while. Then I'm back doing it now.
But you started doing this a long time ago here.
Yeah, in the 90s.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Well,
When
Calvin,
we were over there one time, when you come in the door, that's the first time I did that.
you're kidding me.
No, it's been a long time.
And they keep coming back and saying, hey, Can you do it this year? Can you help out a little bit this year?
We try, we try to keep them happy.
No idea of knowing how many people have been coming through either.
No.
I know they saved some for Kelvin and me, and I was very, very happy. I had a
Lot
couple
of-
eggs and a couple of pancakes and a couple of sausages. And so you've been doing it for a while, and then you came
Oh,
back
yes.
to help out this year.
Yes.
I thought
Well,
there was-
last year I came for a while, now I'm just getting back. I retired now, so.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, so I can get out when I want,
You live right near here?
Oh, yeah, it's right in, this is on the Valley Road.
Oh, yeah, that's not far away.
So,
Well, that's terrific.
yeah.
I don't know how many pounds you've been cooking.
Yeah, there's quite a few pounds today. I don't know how many hurl we got.
Harold, get over here. How are you?
Good.
Good to see you. What's your last name?
Robinson.
Good to see you, Harold.
Earl.
Earl?
Yeah.
Why did I say Harold? Because I thought because I'm old.
You're like him. We're both all hard of hearing.
I only
you know?
called about 4 people by the wrong name so far today. Sorry about that, Earl. So what's going on? You like this, huh?
A lot of fun to help Jack out.
You going to do it all day or just? a couple
Well, I got
hours?
here probably around 10 o'clock, and I'll stay here probably until about 4:30, 5 o'clock.
That's all day.
Wow.
In case you didn't know.
We're part of the old team. We take and stick around till the job's done.
That's why the young ones all took off on us there.
There'll be people coming in throughout the afternoon.
Oh, yeah.
Did you have a big, when was the biggest crowd? Around 11 or 12?
Yeah, we're around 11,
Yeah.
11:30. We were having a hard time keeping up. but,
Oh, you were?
yeah.
I love it. I'm sorry I missed all that fun.
You'll know next year what time to come to see the crowd.
Actually, we got here pretty early, but we were out front interviewing people and helping them sell tractors and things. And
There you go.
this equipment's been around here for a while. Does this stay here, or do you guys bring it in every
Now
year?
they bring it in every year. Yeah.
Where'd it come from? The fire department?
No,
or-
that's all Jack's equipment. He puts it away and,
Oh, you're kidding me.
puts it away for any doings he's got going on,
It all fires up really good.
Yes, it's all his equipment.
Oh, that's great. So you don't know how many pancakes you made, huh? And how many
Well,
eggs you
you have these birds here that took off on us here.
cooked? Yeah.
Camera shot.
Yeah.
Camera
you
shot,
think that's
yes.
what it is, huh?
Yes.
Well, you're going to stay all day with him?
Well,
You
I
keep a little
gotta
company?
stay for a good while, yeah, but I gotta go. Nope.
You could be a loner here.
No, they'll come back as soon as the camera leaves.
Oh, they will. I love it. I love it. Till you tell them how much money we paid you for going on, then you say, oh, yeah. You guys have a lovely afternoon, will you?
Will do.
Thanks for giving your time up. It's really important. This is a fun event every year. Isn't
It is.
We enjoy
Yep.
it. We enjoy
Yeah.
doing this.
Love to see all the people stopping by.
Oh, well, it's nice to see the older folks. This is the first outing they've had all winter.
Well, think about it.
Yeah.
Even though we haven't had a bad winter, it's great to
year.
see the. So I,
It was bad this morning. It looked like really it was gonna be miserable, but it turned out to be nice so far,
somebody said 3 or 4 inches in Ellenburg this morning.
Oh, I believe
yes,
it.
there was,
Carabasco.
yeah, there was cars coming down. They had a lot of, I don't know how much you had on, but it's more than what we got.
We got nothing but a dusting.
We can't
I was
complain.
thrilled.
We can't complain. in
Not
winter.
about this winter. Are you kidding me? We lucked out after the year before.
Oh,
It's
year
good
before
for the
was
weatherman to spare us every other year anyway.
The oil man don't like us.
Oh, my oil man likes me pretty good. The prices of oil at least have been a little better this year.
Yeah, yeah.
Hope they don't go up too much, huh?
Start going back up a bit.
Yeah, well, you know. Yeah, Calvin's got his wallet out, so we'll be all right. Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
Have a great day.
Well, go enjoy a pancake and a couple of sausages.
Oh, I already did that. I'm not quite hungry
Come back
yet.
and see how it.
Give me another half an hour. I'll be ready to go.
Well,
again.
have a hot chocolate. To go.
Oh, yeah. Thanks a lot, Earl. See you later, buddy. Bye-bye. We snuck in another office. Now that our bellies were full, we just don't care anymore. Another one of the grandchildren.
Yep.
What's your first name?
Daniel.
Danny, how are you?
Too bad yourself?
I'm doing great. Before we turned the camera on, Calvin was reminiscing. 1990. How old were you in 1990?
Maybe about 4 years old.
But you were running around. You weren't an ankle biter, but you were running around back then.
Yep.
So you couldn't help but get connected with this organization, could you?
No, I started young.
You think it was in the blood, in the genes,
A little bit of all of it.
in the overalls? So what's your position here?
Salesman.
Of course you are. But we want to see how many contracts you got today.
We deal with a lot of people. A lot of them will come back within the next
You
few
know-
days to another week.
This is an event that's made up of goodwill.
Yeah.
When you stop to think about it. We talked to Jack earlier, of course, as we always do, because he's the big honcho. And you know, when you've been in business for that long, you make a lot of friends.
That's for sure. A lot of people come through that door. That's
So what mainly do you sell? Whatever's in the place?
whatever someone's looking to buy, whether it's here or not. Like, if I don't have it here, we can get it in in a timely fashion, and from lawn and garden all up to the farm end.
How hard is it to learn about your products?
Getting started's the hardest part, but if you know the product, and when they make the small changes year after year, you know it a little better.
And it's also very nice to have a staff who can work on this stuff too, right?
Yeah, that's one of the main things. We service what we sell, and it's a big part of our business is the service department.
I forget every year until I come back at how big this organization is and how many different kinds of products there are, from the very small lawn and garden stuff to the biggest tractors I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah,
Equipment that I never even dreamed of 10 years ago.
they've came a long way with technology, and they just keep coming out with new products year after year, and we sell, I would say, close between 20 and 30 different product lines.
You know, that was a good guess then at 20, wasn't it? So we're at least in the ballpark. So you have to study a little bit when a new line comes along. You have to say, oh, what the heck is this thing?
Yeah,
How does it work and how do I sell it?
The company is usually pretty good about sending us to training school for that particular new piece of equipment that comes out.
This is the first year we haven't talked to a lot of the demo people that come along with some of the new equipment, because I would be hard put to explain what something is. There's some of that equipment out there I wouldn't even know what it does until somebody tells me.
Well, being in the industry, there's still some things that I look at, and I've got to be explained what it is, what it does, how it operates.
You live right nearby?
Yep. I live right here in Main Street in Mooers, so I can't get much closer.
I mean, you know, it's not like it's a metropolis of 48 different neighborhoods. Main Street is Main Street, right?
Yep, that's for
Unless you
sure.
want to go to Hemingford, and then that's a whole different ball game.
Main Street, I used to call it Route 11 also.
So did you know when you were a little kid, 4 years old in 1990, that maybe someday you'd be a part of this business and still working here in 2016?
Didn't cross my mind then, but later on, kind of had an idea what I wanted to
It's
do.
amazing how it works. And in this crazy world we live in, I think it's amazing to me that there are family businesses like Dragoon still operating and thriving.
Yep, I'll be the 4th generation, and 5th generation would be my son on the way if he chooses to follow the path I did.
Who knows?
You never know.
We don't know what's happening today, let alone tomorrow.
Right.
Thank you so much for talking with us, my friend.
No problem. Take
Have
care,
a
guys.
lovely day.
You too.
You can mess it up again in here if you want to. See you later.
All right, guys.
Bye-bye. Well, this is the other end of our program from Dragoon's Farm Equipment on Route 11 in Mooers. A sunshiny day toward the end of March 2016. It's been very windy, but Calvin took mercy on my soul, and we spent most of the time inside. Always a wonderful time from Jack and the entire staff, from their large group of volunteers who spend a long time every year on this Customer Appreciation Day. The food was good, the eggs were perfect, the maple syrup was, well, you know how maple syrup is. So I want to thank Jack and the staff for inviting us up here to do our little thing as we like to do every year. I want to thank all of our viewers for their comments and suggestions about our little corner, about what we should do and how we should do certain programs. We've enjoyed every single one we've done for a lot of years now. I also want those people who enjoy this show and appreciate it to show that appreciation. And that involves writing out a generous check or taking a few bills out of your wallet and send them to Calvin Castine in care of Hometown Cable, right near here, 1477 Ridge Road in Champlain. And who knows where we're going to be next time for our little corner.